Hello, I'm Kandace Caine and I am an actress, producer, social media strategist, and I am a godmother. Akari, I think we need to have that talk. Tigger here, he's not real. What? You already knew that? Oh, okay.
36 for 36 is brought to you by The Late Night Experiment with Motown Maurice. Subscribe today on YouTube.
So 11 years ago, I got a phone call from my cousin Siobhan, my first cousin, and she phoned me and she just said, Kandace. I was like, what is it? She was like, I'm pregnant. I was like, what? Wow, this is great. So I was at work at the time, working for, I was a customer service advisor while being at university. And I remember just screaming down the phone going, wow! Obviously, it's not obvious, but it was her first time as a mother. So she wanted to just go through things with me. We'd talk about it, and we were just getting ready to prepare for this little baby. So we just became closer as cousins. And when she gave birth, I remember thinking, I have to be there. So she gave birth, and I rushed to the hospital. I got on the train. I was running. I was like, I've got to see her. I can't believe I wasn't there. Got there, and then I saw my mother, and my mother was there before me, but my mother worked across the road from where the hospital was. So I was like, oh, my mum beat me to it. And she was like, yeah, your mum was, she was the first person here. So I was like, great. And then I looked at her and she was so tired. And I was like, you've done such an amazing job. And I saw this perfect little baby. The baby, he's got tiny little hands and feet, and his eyes were so big. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're a mother. Wow, Siobhan, you're an actual mother. And she was like, I know, I can't believe it myself. I was like, what? And she was like, Kandace, I know, I can't believe he's mine. I was like, yeah. Yeah, and it just got better. It was just wonderful. It was a surreal moment. It was, perfect. So approximately 3 to 6 months later, after my cousin Siobhan gives birth, she calls me again and she's like, Kandace, Auntie Hazel is saying something about being godmother. And I'm like, wow, okay. And she's like, but you're godmother. And I was like, I am. I'm the godmother of Akari. And she was like, yeah, you're the godmother. You, I've chosen you. I was like, wow. And I was like, I'm gonna take this job seriously. It was the first time I'd been godmother, and I thought I'm up for the challenge.
Hey, so
hey.
Hey.
I'm so fly.
I'm so fly.
Rock and roll.
So I'm appointed as godmother. Now take in mind, I did not fill out an application form for this job. I wasn't even asked. I suppose I was handed it over. You're godmother. So when I got to the brave stage of looking after Akari, I think he was about 2 or 3. I remember thinking, I'm scared. He's a human being. I have to be in charge of this little human being. Am I going to be good enough? I need to make sure he's okay at all times. And I have to admit, I was scared. I didn't even know I would be good at this job. I'd never done it before. I had helped raise my sisters. So that was the closest to, being with such a tiny child. But it was new for me. So I realised, okay, I need to expose him to the finer things in life. I wanted him to go to science museums, so I took him to the Ornaments Museum, the Science Museum, the History Museum, the Natural History Museum. I wanted him to learn so much and see that there's a big world out there, bigger than the size of his room. I didn't want him thinking everything was would just be stuck in where he lives. I wanted him to know there's a big world out there. Go and see it, live it. And I remember taking him to a puppet show, and he would say, at a really tiny age, he'd be like, they're not real. They're not real, Auntie Cans. And I'd be like thinking, wow, he's only tiny, but he knows the puppets are not real. But then he'd go and see the show, and he'd be like, the puppets were so good. And I'm thinking, in my head, I thought, well, I thought you said they weren't real. But, he embraced it. Really wonderful to see. And as a godmother, I realised that it takes a village to raise a child. Like, it really takes a family, a team. And if you work together, you can do wonderful things. And I'm just really grateful to be his godmother and to have had this opportunity. It's helped me. It's helped me grow as a person. Since Akari was born, my cousin has had another baby, Arinze, and the three of them just mean the world to me. And I felt really guilty because I'd left to pursue my career in Los Angeles exactly 2 years ago. And that was when I found out that my cousin was pregnant and, she was gonna have another baby. And I was like, I'm not gonna be around as much to be able to support her. So I felt really, really bad about that. But since being in Los Angeles, I've been just as close with them, been speaking to them even when I go back to London. I see them, and it's just nice to hear Akari ask questions about Los Angeles or California. California, he's inquisitive, and I hope that he comes here, even if it's just for a few weeks one day. And I also want to just travel. We're looking to go on a little trip together, and we want to just travel and, expose them both to the world so that they can see that there's a big world out there. And I'm going to continue to be the best godmother that I can be. I made my appearance in season 5 of the Late Night Experiment, where I played this daytime talk show host, the British Oprah, Kandace Caine, and she was like a fictional version of myself. We had so much fun on set. Oh, there was everything on set. Teacups, saucers, vomit, just a lot of fun. Oh, it was wonderful. And it actually inspired me to create my own web series, which is about a talk show host who has to set up this Caribbean diva called Shantaniqua with her Mr. Right. So I got a lot out of it. It was fantastic, phenomenal. Really enjoyed it. Motown Maurice, welcome to my patio. I'm looking forward to our little chat. You need to watch The Late Night Experiment. It's fun, it's sassy, it's silly. It inspired me, and I'm sure it will inspire you.
Take a glimpse into Motown Maurice's future with 6 seasons, 36 episodes, plus 6 behind-the-scenes documentaries of The Late Night Experiment. Subscribe and like us today.